Okay, so over the last few days, I have really tried to watch the school board meeting, and I'm probably like halfway through at this point. But you just can't understand anything they're saying because it's so muffled and distorted that even with those auto caption thing on, like, you still don't know what they're saying because it doesn't catch half of it or it just makes up its own word. But there is one part in this that really just burned me, because if you don't know something, don't make up an answer. And I cannot stand a liar. And I have sent enough requests to this school district that they should know by now when things are considered public information and allowed to be requested by people in the town. Anything they have said at that meeting is now public knowledge, and anybody can request it. It's that simple. They also gave out information while they were there, so whatever information they gave out is available for the public too. And the school board chair, Matt Benner, decides to say that the budget they are speaking about at that meeting wouldn't be available for 2 to 3 weeks after that meeting because it hasn't been approved yet. No, sir. When that man asked you a question about that information being available to the public after that meeting, it is automatically public information and it is accessible. So you're wrong and you're a liar. So me being me, I sent a request because I looked into it, and you can just send an FOAA request to the school board chair because he is the chair and he gets paid to be the chair of the school board. You don't have to send it to the superintendent. So I sent a request to him stating which date I was talking about. It says it right in the subject line. And he comes back to me with, I can't put a deadline on when I want the information and what is it that he said and what meeting am I talking about? Well, sir, if you look right above this message right here, you'll see a line that says subject, and in that subject it says June 16th, 2026. I'm sorry that I didn't make that clear enough for you, okay? And now that you have acknowledged my FOAA, can I get that information? Thank you, sir. He proceeds to tell me that he's the only person that cares enough about the town and the school and blah, blah, blah to dig into this issue. No, sir. You were on the news saying that nobody's taken care of the school for the last 30 years. That's public information too, because that's in the local newspaper. So if you know that information, you know it hasn't been taken care of for the last 30 years, then why are you just deciding now to look into it? Why? Why didn't you look into it 10 years ago? It's not like this mold just popped up overnight. It keeps getting worse. Every time they tear into something new, there's more mold found. Imagine that, because guess what? Just like anything else, like heat rises, humidity rises. So I'm sure this, like, the attic crawl space is just loaded full of mold. It basically sounds like the whole entire area is just like draining right into the school. So this isn't new news. That field's been swampy since I went there, and I'm 34 years old. Let's be real. What makes you think that anybody's going to take care of this school in the next 30 years? Nobody. We've already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for it not to be taken care of anyways. So we're going to spend $12.4 million to fix it for what? And another 20 years, we're going to have to spend $40 million? Like, what are we doing? Oh, we're going to switch the heating system from oil-based to propane, yet we know that it takes 1.5 gallons of propane to match the heat of 1 gallon of regular oil. But there's rebates, so we might as well go with that system, even though in the long run it's going to cost us more. There's rebates. So right now it looks good. You know why Efficiency Maine gives rebates? Because they want the data. They want to see which one works better while they bleed you dry. Like, what are we doing? Can we clean out the swamp yet? Can we get rid of these knuckleheads that don't know their ass from their fucking elbow and don't have any idea what they're talking about? There are 100 different avenues to fix this problem and cut costs. One would be, leaving the DOE as much as we can, because there's other alternatives to school than just Department of Education. And if you look into studies, like, there's 100,000 different ways to do it better than what we're teaching. Because right now we're just brainwashing kids into thinking they should be a little girl when they're a boy. Like, let's be real here, people. We pay our nurse almost $60,000 a year for Somehow I paused that, so I don't really know where I left off. But I was saying, we pay our nurse $60,000 a year, plus almost $30,000 in health insurance benefits for her family of 4 to 6, or how many people they claim. And she can't even make a phone call home when your kid gets punched in the face. Which, let me tell you, is mandatory that the school call you, right? Principal didn't call, front office didn't call, nurse didn't call, teacher didn't call, nobody sent an email. My kid came home and said, hey mom, Chase punched me in the face. Cool. And then the kid can't get in trouble because guess what? You can't discipline kids these days. But holy smokes, can't we send some money out for special education? Okay? And then let's just blow a whole bunch of money on some new buses for special education. It's supposed to be 15 passenger. Can't do that. So we're going to get 9 passenger buses that are 2-wheel drive. We live in Maine in the wintertime. Where you think that bus is going to go? Probably in the willy whack somewhere because people don't know how to drive. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, people? This town is doomed. It's doomed and nobody cares. Nobody cares. It will bleed us dry, right? Like what the system is doing is bleeding us dry in these small rural towns, because eventually this will become like Yuppieville, okay? I don't want that. My family don't want that. I want to know that my great aunt down the street isn't going to stress next year about how much her taxes are going to be, okay? I want my family to be able to live on this land forever, not to have to sell out so that some big corporation can put condominiums in my backyard. No thank you, sir. No fucking thank you. This is why I don't watch these things. Because I just can't deal with idiots. Like, when did common sense go out the window, people? When did we lose all common sense? And when did we forget thinking about public education? Because it ain't free. There ain't nothing free about it. It's a system that double dips. You pay your taxes to your town, and then the taxes you pay to your state gets put back into your school too. So please explain to me what's free about that. And why should I have to worry about everybody else's kids when they're not even getting an education? That's the problem. It's not even education. Okay, I think that's it for now. Because I'm really just had enough of liars like Matt Benner, Todd Sanders, Tom Lamberg, Robin Henney. That's just to name a few of the pathological liars in our school system.